Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you how I make my Valentine's Day wreath. So let me show you what I got. Basically everything came from the Dollar Tree except for the wreath form. The reason I got this one from Hobby Lobby is because the biggest size that Dollar Tree sells is a 14 inch, and for my door I like a 16 inch because of the size. So the first thing I got is this red pipe cleaner. I got this around Christmas time, but it works for Valentine's Day. I try to get the pipe cleaner the same color of the wreath that I'm going to be making. I got 2 of the mesh tubes. I love using mesh tubes in my wreaths, and I also got this around Christmas time. So, but it works also for Valentine's Day. These are so easy to work with. I got 3 of the same ribbon. So I got 3 of these, which I thought was so pretty. And then I got this one as well. I do get 3 because I like my wreaths nice and packed. And I normally run out of fast. I also got 3 of the same color red. Well, this is the Valentine's Day ones at Dollar Tree. So I got 3 of the red, 3 of the pink, and 3 of like the hot pink. So I can't wait to see how this turns. 3 different color ribbons. So I got this one. I also got this one, which I think is gonna look so good. And I got 3 of these because I love the colors. And I'm also gonna use it as, if I have any left, I'm also gonna use it as part of my decor. I also got these little heart picks. I thought these were so cute. I actually was gonna do my wreath red and white, but instead I'm doing it pink and white. I also got these red hearts, so I will be putting this in my wreath. I got pink roses and red roses. And this is the sign that I'm gonna be using in the middle. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to cut most of my deco mesh beforehand so that it will save me a lot more time. I cut it about 6 inches long, but I could pretty much eye it and know exactly where to cut. Okay, I am finished. So I cut 1 of each color. So I got the hot pink, the red, and the light pink colors. This will make it a lot easier for you to, it takes you tons of time, I promise you. But I only did 1 of each color, and if I need more, I will just cut a bunch more. For the pipe cleaners, you have to cut them in half so like that it won't be too long. Now I'm going to show you how I roll my deco mesh. I'm starting off with the red ones first, but it really doesn't matter. And I'm going to show you the way I do it. So many people do it their different way, but this one actually works for me. So what I do is I roll them up. I try not to roll them too tightly because you don't want no skinny little deco mesh on there. And I roll 3 of the same color. Then I will be using one of the pipe cleaners to twist it around the deco mesh 2 times. So at this point, you will twist it around the 2 middle wire forms. So try not to use the top or the bottom. So at the beginning, it's going to look a little weird, like it's not coming out right, but just keep adding more stuff on there, and the more stuff you add on there, the better it looks. Here I'm showing you again how I do it so you can kind of catch the drift, but it's pretty simple. Just make sure you keep the deco mesh between your fingers so they don't unroll. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach 2 of the wire wreath ribbon. What I use is that little tube that comes in the middle of the deco mesh to measure. So basically the deco mesh is 6 inches. So you want to do at least 4 more inches from what the size of the deco mesh is, because you want the ribbon to actually stick out and not hide inside of the deco mesh. So once I cut my ribbon, I fold it in half, and then I fold it in half again and then cut it from the bottom to make a fishtail. You will attach it the same way you attach the deco mesh onto the wire wreath form. So at this point, I like to use my deco mesh tubes. I think that's what they're called, to be honest with you. I really don't know. But I love using them in my wreath. I think they look pretty cool, and they're really easy to do on there. You do the same way you do the ribbon, and the deco mesh is the same way you attach it to the wreath form. So I noticed everyone has their certain kind of style when they make their wreaths. I like mine nice, packed and full, to the point that you could barely move anything on there. I just like it nice and full. So I have to say that it takes me about 5 hours to make a wreath, at least a wreath like this. Maybe if my wreath wasn't as big, it would take me less time, but because I always do the 16-inch, it takes me about 5 hours. So far, this is what I've gotten done. So basically, it's like a pattern. I did red, hot pink, and then I will put a ribbon, and then I'll put the regular pink on there. Then I'll put the small ribbon, and then I will add this on there, the tubing. So it's kind of like a pattern, but this time what I want to do is I want to add the red and white tubing on there like I normally do. So what I'm going to do is make a bow. I wish Dollar Tree had the pink tubing. At least my Dollar Tree didn't have it. I checked 2 different Dollar Trees and they didn't have any pink tubing. So basically I turn it into a bow. Ooh. Grab it in the middle and then see? This is about as much as I got done. Almost halfway, not really halfway, but I pretty much already used a roll of each color. So now I have to cut some more. But as you can see, imagine had I not used any ribbon or anything like that, one roll would not have gone a long way for me because I used 3 of each color when I put them together. So I like mine nice and full. That's why I always get enough for a wreath. So now I am finished with my wreath. Well, at least the main part. My favorite part of my wreath is actually adding all the decor and stuff that I'm gonna add on there. I have an idea in my head of how I want it to look, but I won't know for sure until I get it started. I always put the sign on there first just to see how it's going to look. I have to make sure, because there's a few times where I've put the sign on there and then I glue it without paying attention and then the sign is crooked. Make sure you're following me over on Instagram at SimplyCynthia30. I post there all of the time. So right here, I'm testing out the red roses. After adding the pink roses, I wasn't too sure on how it was going to look, but that's why I was adding it on there without gluing it, just to see how it would look. I thought maybe it might be a little bit too much, but once I started adjusting it, it didn't look too bad. So I think my wreath came out amazing. I have an idea in my mind on how it was going to look, but I think this has over exceeded it. I love it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, and keep a lookout for my next videos, guys. Bye.